Kendall Jenner made Vogue's list, her sisters didn't. Why? Why Kendall Jenner stood out while the rest of the Kardashian sisters were left out? When Vogue released its annual Best Dressed list, one familiar last name appeared and several conspicuously did not. Kendall Jenner earned a spot. Her sisters did not. On paper, that might not seem surprising. Kendall has always occupied a different lane in fashion. But this year's list sparked chatter for a reason. Vogue's choice felt less like a routine nod and more like a subtle line in the sand. Why Kendall Jenner stood alone on Vogue's list. Vogue's Best Dressed list is not about popularity or reach. It is about fashion authority, longevity, editorial credibility. That distinction matters in a family built on visibility. Kendall's inclusion signals that Vogue still sees her as a model first, not a brand extension. She moves comfortably between runway credibility and off-duty style without turning every outfit into a product pitch. Her looks feel edited, intentional, and most importantly, wearable. That restraint is precisely what separates her from her sisters in the eyes of fashion gatekeepers. What her sisters missed was not exposure. Kim, Khloe, and Kylie Jenner arguably dominate more headlines than Kendall. Their outfits go viral faster. Their looks generate debate, memes, and sales. But Vogue's list is not built for virality. It rewards consistency over spectacle, subtlety over shock. Kendall's fashion identity is quieter, but it is also clearer. She dresses like someone who expects the clothes to speak for themselves, not someone using fashion to reinforce a personal brand. For her sisters, fashion often functions as performance. For Kendall, it functions as positioning. The fashion industry still draws a line. The Kardashian-Jenner family has reshaped pop culture, but high fashion has always maintained selective boundaries. Kendall has walked major runways, fronted legacy campaigns, and built credibility separate from reality television. Kendall's sisters are not outsiders to fashion. Kim Kardashian's Skims has become a major force in shaping modern shapewear and basics, while Khloe Kardashian's Good American helped redefine size inclusivity in denim. Their influence is real, measurable, and commercially powerful. But Vogue's list is not a referendum on business success. It reflects editorial fashion values, runway credibility, styling consistency, and visual language rather than brand ownership. In that context, Kendall occupies a different role. She is evaluated as a model and style reference, not as a founder or mogul. This list doesn't diminish her sister's impact. It simply highlights that Vogue continues to separate fashion leadership from fashion entrepreneurship. Why this moment feels bigger than a list. What makes the chatter louder this year is timing. Kendall's style has become more refined, not more extreme. She favors tailored silhouettes, neutral palettes, and repeatable pieces. It is fashion that ages well. Meanwhile, her sister's aesthetics have leaned further into maximalism and spectacle. That approach generates attention, but it does not always translate into editorial respect. Vogue's choice reads less like a snub and more like a statement about where fashion influence is heading. The absence is the story. If Kendall's name had appeared alongside her sisters, the moment would have felt routine. Instead, the absence became the headline. Vogue did not need to explain its decision. The list speaks in omission. Kendall represents a version of Kardashian fashion that aligns with the industry's current values: understated, controlled, and editorially legible. Her sisters, for all their power, did not fit that framework as Vogue defined it this year. What this says about the future of Kardashian style. This is not the end of the Kardashian fashion era, but it may signal a shift in how influence is measured. Attention alone is no longer enough. Fashion institutions are rewarding clarity over chaos. Kendall Jenner has always been positioned as the outlier in her family. Vogue's list confirms that being different was not a liability. It was the strategy. Kendall Jenner did not outshine her sisters by doing more. She stood out by doing less. And in the fashion world, that distinction still matters.